Okay, here's my review for NewAge H57 Bombardier Freyr, and hopefully you saw my unboxing first impression where I already went over the package and the instructions and accessories that it came with, so I don't really want to go over all this again. But I do want to point out that the packaging design, just like their other figures, it is based off the original Diaclone package, and depending upon how you look at it, you know, that may or may not be a good thing, but I think that's kind of cool how they just give homage to that. But that's a quick look at the package again, and now let's just get right into it. And here you could see we have Swoop in his alt mode. And I chose to start off here because this is actually the way he came packaged in his alt mode. So I just thought I'd start off here. So let's get a closer look. You could see this is very cartoon accurate. And speaking of which, let's do that first. Let's compare this with the animation model so we can see how well they captured the cartoon aesthetics. And yeah, as always, they do a really nice job capturing all of the cartoon aesthetics, and I can say with certainty that they are definitely going for that hypertoon look, because for me, let me just point out one issue that I have is his feet. They're not painted yellow on the sides, but that is cartoon accurate, so I can tell you they are going all the way to make these figures cartoon accurate. But that's just a quick look at the figure, and could see, you know, even the details. I mean, the head. This is really a nice figure, so I'm really hoping well, I'm looking forward to, you know, their other Dinobots. But I just want to share this real quick that I am really hoping that NewAge will consider making masterpiece figures of these, because these figures, they're really awesome. And speaking of masterpiece, in case you don't know, they already did make a masterpiece figure. Here we have the Dark of the Moon Soundwave, and I'm not going to get all into it, but this is really a well-designed figure, and that's not a surprise, because if you really scrutinize NewAge's figures, the way they design, the transformation and stuff, they really know what they're doing. And here with the masterpiece scale figures, they also did a really great job. So just wanted to share that real quick, that I really hope that they will consider making masterpiece figures of these Dinobots, because we definitely need updated versions in the more cartoon aesthetics design. But anyways, I'm rambling on and on. So yeah, let's just get right into it. In terms of the articulation, you could see he does have these nice wings, and I'm glad that happened, because this is one issue here. The tolerance here, this peg doesn't really stay in, and my guess is because they did not make that slot there deep enough, because this does not go in all the way, and as a consequence, this has a tendency to come undone very easily like that. So that's it. Let's just remove that. But it is nice that you do get this stand. You just have to be very careful with it. So yeah, I guess I could play on film here, but this is really a cool figure. And one of the cool accessories we have are these blast effects. So let me just show you real quick what this is like. So it's a simple, you know, untab it, and then you tab it in to get that effect as if it's firing So, you know, if you take pictures and stuff, I think this is what's really cool. You know, because now that we're getting almost all the figures, you know, what seems to be the trend now is all the displays and, you know, all these extra blast effects and stuff. So yeah, I'm just sharing with you where I could see where all of this is going now that we are getting pretty much all of the figures in Masterpiece, Legends, Retail. So yeah, so that's just a quick look at the blast effects. And now, and let me show you some other features that this has. First of all, you could see his mouth does open. That's really cool. And he does have this kind of blaster thing, but you don't get any accessories. So I suppose you have to go look for something. So I pulled the Grimlock's sword. I mean, this is like his blazing sword, if you will. And I guess you can kind of use this as like a blast effect or flame throwing effect. And it is a little hard getting in here because it's really tight. But once you get it in there, you can get something looking kind of like this. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so he has like this blast effect. And back here there are some slots, so I'm assuming you could put something back here with a peg to make it look like he's flying or something, but I didn't bother to look for anything like that. So but anyways, that's pretty much it in terms of the alt mode. Just some articulation with his toes, his wings, his mouth with some teeth, that flame throwing thing. So yeah, this is really cool. So now let's go ahead and transform this into his robot mode and take a look at that. Okay, real quick, I wanted to show you this first because I really wanted to find something. So here you could see these flame effects that came with their Ratchet 2.0 version. So now if you wanted to do something like this, you can have these accessories and attach them on right there. So yeah, that looks kind of cool. Just more fun things you could do with this figure. Really nice figure. So now let's go ahead and transform him into his robot mode and take a look at that. Okay, to transform Swoop into his robot mode, first thing I like to do is start with the feet. So bring his feet down, and I like to adjust this so you know his feet are facing forward like you see in the cartoon, his legs. And then we can untab here. These are a little tight, so untab the leg and then you could fold in that tab, and you're gonna notice something consistent throughout this figure. This has a lot of double hinges. Here we could see multiple hinges. So here, this pin on the gray piece, you want to turn the joint from right there, and you could see there's a little shape there, and then from this joint you want to bring it down, and you could see how it fits nicely in that contour, and then you can go ahead and close it up. And once you do that, then this panel here, lift it up, and you have to bring this foot out, which is a little hard. So what I like to do, that little slot, I like to kind of push up to kind of start pulling this foot out. Pull the foot out, close this tab, and then there is a little heel here. But if you see the way they made it, so you have a little slot here you could pull out. And now we have his leg done here, but up here his thigh, lift his hip skirt up so you can see this also is on a double hinge. So this one you want to push it up to hear that snap, and Now we have the leg done. So now just go ahead, do the same thing on the other side. Okay, after you got both legs transformed, we can come up here to the chest, and you want to untab these blue panel pieces here on both sides, and you could see there's tabs that go into that slot there. Once you untab it, then you can extend his arms out like so. And now we want to bring down his chest, and it's simply just kind of pushing this down. Has kind of like a automorph design, but that's because this is like on a double hinge here and a double hinge here, so interesting design there. But make sure you push it down kind of like this automorph, and make sure you get this straight, that gray piece on top of the bottom gray, make sure you get them straight and flush. And once you do that, then you could push these blue waist pieces out to the side and then push them up to the chest, tab them in on both sides. And then here, his head, you could see there's a tab and a slot, so you want to bring that down and tab it in. It's pretty tight, so you have to give it a good push, and then you can bring down his head, and you could see, you know, this it's attached on this gray piece, which is the top, and so you want to bring this piece down. And last thing here, this is kind of an issue, the dino ears, you could fold them in, but I'm just letting you know, once you do that, trying to get them out is a little bit difficult, so just be aware of that. But fold in his dino ears. And then we can come here to his arms. So his arms, again, here's a series of double hinges here. So extend it out like so. And you want to bring out this hand, which is a little bit hard to do, but you just have to kind of get your fingernail on that hook and bring it down, and then rotate it so you could see the hinges right here. And now we got his arm done. So now go ahead, do the same to the other side. Okay, once you got both arms transformed, you want to come to the back, and his bird tail here, just lift that up, and there's this blue panel here that you want to bring down, and then you're going to have to slide this whole piece up. But again, double hinges. This is interesting. This is not on a sliding joint. It is on a double hinge that you can't see. And actually, I think this is a better design choice than the slider that might get stuck and stuff. So let me just show you again so you can kind of see how this is going up and down. Really cool. And then the last thing you could see up here, the small wing, fold it in, accordion it in like so on both sides. And then the last thing, just bring down his wings. And now we have Swoop in his robot mode. And okay, so, you know, first of all, I'm not a fan of like weapons and stuff, but I have to tell you, he feels a little empty without a sword or a gun, so that's something kind of missing. But anyways, here's a look at him in his robot mode. So now let's get a closer look at him, and see, look at this is so nicely sculpted, very smooth. I like the colors, and I didn't mention, but Swoop is actually my favorite Dinobot because he's special. He's the only Dinobot who could fly, and you know, okay, I'm just sharing some things here, but Grimlock has a yellow chest, and the other three Dinobots have a red chest. And since he's special and he could fly, he has a different chest color. He has a blue chest color. So anyways, that's how I always saw Swoop when I was a kid. And yeah, I think he's just really cool. So let's just go over the articulation now. Head is on a ball joint, so it can't go up, down, side to side, all around. Shoulders universal, so it can go front, back, out to the side. There's a bicep swivel. There is a double hinge. This figure has a lot of double hinges, so you can get more than 90 degrees there. And the hand, you can kind of get fist rotation because it's on a peg. And this is kind of interesting. Even though he has this big centerpiece here like the Seekers, he does have a waist rotation and ab crunch. So that's pretty amazing in my opinion. And then his legs can go forward, back, out to the side. There is thigh rotation. And you can, if you lift this hip skirt here, lift this up, man, you can get a very generous knee bend here. So this is really, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm telling you, I really like this figure a lot. And then we do get ankle rockers and a toe tilt up and a toe tilt down. So you get the full range of articulation here, with the exception of a butterfly joint, but I don't think you need that. I think this is good enough. So anyways, yeah, this is a look at him in robot mode. And now, as always, let's compare this with the animation models so we can see how well they captured the cartoon aesthetics. Man, just every little thing is correct. I mean, even down to the little red on his missile there. And like I was telling you, the thing that I don't like is his dino toes here. It's not painted yellow, but it is cartoon accurate. So that's a telltale sign for me that they are definitely focusing a lot on the cartoon aesthetics and really going for that hypertoon look, if you will. And even the back, really nice. Man, I'm telling you, I'm being really calm, but I'm telling you, I really love this figure a lot. The Swoop is my favorite Dinobot character, and the way they made this, the transformation, the articulation, I mean, there's just so many positives with this figure. And so now, let's compare this with his other teammates. So here he is next to Grimlock, so you can get a sense of the scale. So he is smaller like he should be, and here he is next to Sludge, and he's also smaller. So this is, yeah, I don't know if you could hear it in my voice, but man, I am so happy with these figures. And then of course we're missing Slag and Sludge, which hopefully we will be getting maybe next year. And yeah, I forgot something else in terms of the accessories. So he does come with these nice articulated wrist hands. So this is always nice. And this is one little difficulty, but taking it out is pretty easy, but putting it on, I'm just going to show you, it's challenging because you could see it just goes right in. So I haven't really figured out an easy way to get this in other than just kind of like holding it here and then just slowly putting the hand in like so. And yeah, this is a nice little accessory, so you can get some, you know, extra gestures for like pictures and stuff. So yeah, this is really cool. Yeah, so that's a look at the other accessories that you get. And yeah, I suppose you could do this if you want to. He doesn't have a sword or a gun, but he does have his rockets that you could use as a gun. So simple plug and play. I don't like going over these things because this is pretty straightforward in my opinion, but I think people do like to see it anyways. Yeah, it does. It looks kind of cool. And of course, with those blast effects thing, you can do something like this, so it looks like he's firing the missile. So this is a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm really liking this figure a lot, because you can do all kinds of stuff, you know, get some great pictures out of this. So yeah, anyways, that's a look at the NewAge Swoop or Freyr, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, all I have to say, if you probably already heard it throughout this video, is that, man, this is an awesome figure. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. There's just nothing negative about this figure. Very cartoon accurate, great engineering design, transformation, the paint, the materials. Yeah, just can't wait to get the last two Dinobots. And like I said, I really hope the NewAge will consider making this into masterpiece, because we need a updated cartoon aesthetic masterpiece of the Dinobots, and these I think would do just fine. But anyways, that's it. That's my review for the NewAge Swoop.
Grimlock! Swoop see Decepticons on Dinobot Island!